Minutes, and then we're going to jump straight into the cards today and find out what essentially our family of purest light has for us for this beautiful new moon in the sign of Aries. It's happening within the next 2 days, and so essentially we're going to be able to see what blessings, what things are essentially coming through for us. So obviously when it comes to the new moon, you can quite literally intend and see anything. Usually it's for the next 2 weeks or the next lunar month, which can sometimes be 2 to 4 months. And so this is the energy that we are working quite literally with. This energy though can affect us at any other time in our lives. So it doesn't necessarily mean that what we're seeding and asking God for specifically over this next lunar new moon session, it's only going to happen within this next 2 weeks or next 4 weeks, or it's never going to happen. But it's more so just a time where the soil is very fertile and our thoughts and our words are even more potent. And so we're aligning quite literally with whatever it is that Spirit wants us to actually receive that is truly, purely aligned with our highest and greatest good. So that's essentially what I'll be shuffling cards in connection to today. Let me just move this a little bit back, and then you guys might be able to see some of the cards that fall through. So that, you have a little bit. So let's find out. Angels of purest light, thank you for guiding us to each other, protecting us, transmuting any and all negative energy into its highest vibrational form and showing us what it is that we need to know for this beautiful new moon in the sign of Aries. Awesome. There's something about relationships specifically. So anyone who's been manifesting for a specific relationship, this could be specifically with a child, with someone who's younger, youthful, could be you. This could be even doing inner child work of some kind. Hi everyone. This is just confirmation that this is a really powerful, potent time for that, as well as like anything connected to family or any community that you absolutely love. So this could even be friendships, and then the energy as well of like a community that you absolutely love in the form of a romantic partner definitely comes through as well every time we see that energy of the Page of Cups. So a card fell through. I just want to quickly get it. I'll be right back. So sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, look, there's a lot of like watery energy that is coming through in the reading. Morning. There's a lot of watery energy coming through in the reading. What I love is, again, as I'm looking underneath the deck, is there's a lot of abundance. So it's interesting because this is a fiery energy, but yeah, it's definitely connected to like emotions, relationships. So there's something about relationships specifically that are being highlighted at this time. A lot more confidence within relationships, feeling seen, heard, understood. So if you've been having any kind of like problems, this is really an energy of like harmony entering those relationships. Otherwise, this is quite literally an energy of like maybe finding new people or within yourself. And then what I'm seeing most importantly is wherever it is that things are going well, this is like making more sweet memories with the people that you love. Yeah, there's something about family or a group of people specifically that you've been working on something for a really long period of time, or it's people that you've known for a really long period of time. But it could also be the fruits quite literally of something that you've been applying. So maybe, for example, you've been more taking out more time to quite literally hang out with these people. I'm seeing the energy of like quality time specifically. So, and that is actually like paying off. It's strengthening these bonds. It's creating more loyalty, more trust, and more dependability. That's going to pay off for a very, very long period of time is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, I'm seeing celebration, happiness, milestones, a happy home, loss and loss of joy, loss and loss of fun, loss and loss of ease. So this is a very gorgeous energy. It's an energy as well of coming out of like a season of black, because I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Strong earth energy is now coming through here, like literally feeling like, okay, I'm left out in the cold, things are really dry and slow, and then literally entering the energy of the King of Pentacles, where it's like there's more than enough for me and mine, which is definitely the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. So again, I always say this, whenever the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles comes through, this is usually what everyone speaks about when they use the word abundance, where it's like, yes, you've got all the resources that you could ever need and more than enough to last you for generations upon generations. But you also definitely have lots and lots of love. You've got people who are genuine, who are trustworthy, who are dependable, who are benevolently aligned with you to share in all of that light quite literally with. So this is literally the combination of living happily ever after. And then what I'm seeing as well is that this could definitely be in an energy of work, where it's like, maybe you are being seen by someone, like you've been struggling at work, and there's someone who is in a position of power, in a position of authority, who's been seeing you and who's going to bring you some kind of good news, or he's going to, like some kind of like passion projects also coming through when I see this energy of the Four of Wands, because I'm just trying to see like how this energy could play out. Since this is a very general reading, it could play out in multiple areas of one's life. It could be how you're feeling most likely with yourself, just in harmony, bliss, joy, confidence, grounded, stable. You've been working on yourself and it's paying off for the long haul. It's an energy of being in a high vibration, maintaining that high vibration and staying in a state of gratitude 90% of the time. If this is in connection to a brand new relationship, maybe a child is introduced into the family, otherwise like a brand new person is introduced, could even be a friend. There's an energy of like happiness, joy, well-being, stability, groundedness. This is like a really good person. I'm honestly getting that this, if it is an energy of like a friend, it's most likely an energy of someone that you've known for a really long period of time, or the person who's actually entering your life is going to be here for a very long period of time, because there's something about stability and like length and like lots and lots of time passing quite literally with these people. And then definitely in the area of work as well. So that's what I'm saying. There's an energy of newness. So maybe this is just your attitude, the way that you're approaching things, where you're just like, I'm deciding that, you know, this is going to be a good week. This is going to be a great month. I'm bringing my best. And no matter what, you know, it's that aspect of like remaining inspired, remaining motivated, remaining driven, remaining committed, and showing up for what you can. And then there's something about like a really great community as well. Like there are people though that you are harmonizing quite literally with and working with, which is why I'm getting an aspect of either a new project, a passion project, or it's an energy of, I don't know. Yeah, it's like either a new project, a passion project, or, yeah, like maybe within an existing project, there's a new fresh energy, something like some kind of breakthrough or something, but there's harmony here. So whoever it is that you're working with, yes, a new chapter, it's giving you a new chapter, it's a new beginning, it's a new phase, it's a new start. It's very fresh energy, which is really nice. Again, we've got the strong Cancerian energy coming through in the reading. So we've got this energy of like forward movement and progress, desired forward movement and progress in the wanted and needed areas of our life. So this is a really nice energy. I'm so sorry that we've got so many cards that keep falling down, but underneath the deck I can see it. It's the Two of Pentacles. It's about balance. Things are balancing out and falling into place beautifully for us. So this is an exciting time to be alive, indeed, in this time in human. Oh yes, that's another thing that's coming through. Okay, this is divinely protected for sure. But what I wanted to say is, going back to that energy of self-love, how this is manifesting is definitely health. So again, when we think about things like health, feeling happy literally means that your body is secreting tons and tons of like serotonin, dopamine, and or oxytocin. It's also an energy of like you're eating well, there's harmony within your body, there's, you know, homeostasis, and balance within your internal environment. So it's an energy of thriving within your body that's coming through as well. And then putting in the work, whether this is like through exercise or the food that you're eating, is a very committed, devoted energy, and like just very driven as well on health. That's what I'm seeing when I see this energy of the King of Pentacles, having mastered fully this 3D physical realm. And again, if this is something where it's like this is a new phase, a new start, what is coming through is the strongest potential. It's just encouragement for you to keep going in this desired direction, because there is a lot of like backing from the universe, a lot of support from the universe. So everything is indeed working out for you. But best case scenario, look at this. We've got the Ace of Wands as well, which is all about happiness. We have as well the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, there's a match. There's an equal match. Guys, you are definitely vibing with someone who is an energetic match to you. You might be an earth sign as well. This could also indicate that like there are two beautiful big blessings that are coming through, because I'm drawn to this energy of the Two of Cups. The Chariot card has two horses as well. And then we even had 10-10 energy, which is two tens, you know, like, so there's like two huge blessings. We're in two major areas of our lives. We're seeing progress. We're seeing desired progress. We're seeing more harmony. There's a new phase, a new start. Even the Four of Wands. I'm seeing two characters. It's 2 times 2, right? 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So that is the energy that's coming through here. There's something about 2. So it might be you and a partner, you and a person, you and a friend. Could be you and God for sure, but it's honestly giving like another person, especially when I see this energy that is earthy. 222. Yes, I love those blessings. Mandisa, welcome. Sorry, everyone. Hi, everyone. Yeah, look, we have as well the 10 of Wands. So, like, this is relieving some... Ooh, this is a heavy protection. This is something that will heavily loved. That's what this is telling me. So, if you've been going through any kind of burdens, I find it interesting. The burdens are very few. This is a very positive spread and reading. Everything's very light, joyful, bright. And then there are 2 cards which are indicating some kind of lack or burdens. But, like, look at how positive this entire spread is. It is literally insignificant. It's fast fading energy, literally. And what is amplifying and growing and fast approaching, yeah, it's a new beginning. So look, also when I see this energy, it's like either you'll be thinking about this, researching this, or someone has you on their mind, or it's an energy of being seen on social media. So this is my energy of like learning, adapting, being seen, heard, understood. So take it out, resonates. Yeah, I'm seeing the Two of Cups yet again. I do want to see, is there anything else Spirit wants me to share? Look, definitely the most important thing is like being protected from burdens. So if you have anyone who's projecting any negative energy, intentionally or unintentionally, towards you, even your own projections, it feels like you're being protected from them. There's an energy of like divine protection being so strong that you cannot override your own blessings. That's definitely what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that because there's heavy protection. That's what this is saying, like a huge veil of protection. It's actually reminding me as well of like how we are definitely on a completely new timeline. There's some kind, that's the energy of two, you know, parallel lines. I'm seeing parallel lines where it's like you are on a completely new and different vibration to like people, places, and situations that you've been severed quite literally from. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like a brand new timeline, a brand new vibration, a brand new era. That's why there's so much newness that was coming through in the reading. Exactly, Four of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely being celebrated as well in the spiritual realms. This for me is also confirmation that there is something that they've cooked up in our favor that is truly benevolently aligned with us, that's going to bring us even more joy and harmony as it manifests. So now we've got a lot of determination coming through in the deck. I'm seeing a new beginning yet again, a fresh, new, high vibrational beginning, a healing one, an evolved one. If you've been manifesting travel of any kind, I'm definitely seeing it as well in the cards. Potentially even a new home, a protected new home, a heavily protected, safe new home. Wow. Yeah, choices, decisions. I'm seeing new choices or decisions. Yeah, someone's going to be chosen for something. You're going to be chosen for something. It's justice. It's justice in your favor. You're definitely being chosen. You have favorable justice on your side. I'm seeing an energy of something that's really healing, a new chapter, a new beginning, a new timeline. Yeah, positive return on investments. You've been investing really well in yourself, in people, places, and situations. Like choices that you've been making of what to show up for, what to put your energy towards, and the attitude within which you are bringing, the energy you're bringing to those things. It's definitely resulting in a positive return on investments, which is really, really nice. So very gorgeous energy is coming through in the reading. Let's find out a little bit more. Yeah, victory, success, triumph. Like I said, it's just good news all around. Yeah, financial exchanges, some kind of like financial exchanges here as well. So this could be even financial compensation or just things within your finances, within your money. That's why this energy of work was coming through as well. It's coming in really strong. I cannot make this up. Fortune that is lasting, fortune that maybe has taken some time to come in, but it's definitely coming in and it's here to stay. So this is the kind of, yeah, you've got good luck. This is timing. So it's like over a long period of time. This is the kind of like contract. This is the kind of like justice. And then again, if you're not necessarily going through some kind of legal situation, this is literally the universe compensating you in some aspect, where it's like rebalancing the scales in your favor, bringing tons and tons of healing and restoration. Yeah, you're being chosen for something. Yeah, this is expanding. Okay, everything is saying the same thing again. So let's see if there's anything else that Spirit wants me to share with you guys. And this is under this beautiful, yeah, look at that. So, you know, this is Uno, guys. If you've ever played Uno, the +4 card is like the maximum potential, right? And this is like happening at 4 times the speed and it's 4 times as much of what you expected or wanted. And it's like in multiple areas of your life as well. That's how I see this card coming through in this specific reading. And it's like maximum justice, maximum compensation, maximum restoration, and it's lasting one. And then we've got against maybe, ooh, you're not going to see how this comes in. You're not going to see how this comes in. The universe is being very tactful, intelligent, intentional, and how it brings this towards us. Yeah. And then I'm seeing like a group of people, 3 of Cups in reverse, who maybe you're competing for something, yeah, but you're protected from these people. The 7 of Wands came through immediately. There's a group of people who maybe are not happy about this. Yeah, there's a disharmonious group that's coming through now. Yeah, literally all of the cards are now talking about like anxiety, fear, betrayal, sadness, grief, stress, unrest, distress of some kind. Now getting a no, something is blocked. It's an Ace of Wands. So this is confirmation again of being protected. Yeah, literally now all of the cards are coming in with drama. Look, one of my favorite things about this card is it speaks about a portal. So I'm seeing again how this energy is being stuck from the moment of conception, because one of the strongest messages that keeps wanting to come through in the reading is divine protection, heavy divine protection, how you're protected across all time and space. So if you have any person, place, or situation acting in bad faith in connection to you, just remember, it reminds me as well, I was reading the Bible this Sunday. Let me just quickly find it. It was from the book of Joshua. Literally the opening to the book of Joshua is absolutely gorgeous. This is God speaking to Joshua after Moses has died. And now the responsibilities of Moses have been moved to Joshua. And they say, God says to Joshua, no one will be able to defeat you as long as you live. I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will always be with you. I will never abandon you. Be determined and confident, for you will be the leader of these people. So whether or not you're actually entering a leadership position, the point here that is coming through is that heavy protection that is coming in for you. And then there's that aspect again of being courageous, being determined and confident. When I see that energy, that was that strong Cancerian energy that we were seeing when we saw the energy of the Chariot card, the 2 horses. It's a very determined energy, very driven energy. You can imagine, again, horsepower, very strong, very powerful, very forward moving. And so that is the message that is coming through for us. And I find it interesting that immediately when I saw all of this like heavy protection energy, I was reminded again of like that specific Bible verse. Yeah, things are being reshuffled in your favor. You've got the cards quite literally working in your favor. Not just the cards, like the universe, the stars, everything's aligning for you. So things are being reshuffled in astral realms to bring you your blessings in the safest way, in the quickest way. And it's honestly giving increase. It's giving more than you could have ever dared to dream or imagine. It's reminding me as well now of something that I saw just now on Threads, just before I jumped onto TikTok. And it was just this idea again of like, may there be increase. May there be an increase of joy, an increase in peace, increase in all these high vibrational, desire, good feeling things. And may it come clean, may it come easy, may it come in purified. That's the energy that's coming through here. This also reminds me, guys, if you've been doing your spiritual work and you've been upgrading and you've been leveling up in higher, like you're vibrating quite literally at a higher consciousness, you need to start living as someone who's got a clean slate. That's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this card, such that what you're generating is good karma. Because that is this energy of the Justice card coming through upright as well. Such that the choices and decisions that you're making literally is generating good karma. And you don't know what the universe is going to bring. You don't know how things are going to shift and change. But when you have divine protection, when you have the divine on your side, when you always have everything working out for you, even when it's not immediately or you don't understand how, that's that energy of the Justice card always being in your favor upright. And so that's that aspect again of like when you're generating good karma and you're thinking, okay, because I gave this person money, for example, money is going to come back to me because maybe those are the affirmations that you're doing. So yes, obviously it's true that money is going to come back to you in some way, but sometimes the universe can see things that we cannot. And that's what I'm seeing here, that whether or not you're aware of who these people are, maybe they're hidden, where their motives are hidden, or it's like genuinely people that you are fully aware of. This is that aspect of like sometimes that good karma, the way you cash in on your spiritual abundance is in the form of divine protection, is in the fact that you're still able to move forward, you're still able to advance, but you cannot be touched. You might have a little bit of fear, which is why God again reminds us again and again and again that we're not alone. And be determined, be confident, and move forward. You know, that aspect of like you will not be defeated as long as you live. And again, what came through as well when I continue the specific reading is we were reminded to where is our spiritual protection? It comes from living in integrity. That is the energy of justice, living in spiritual integrity, that what we think, what we say, what we do, how we behave is in alignment with what God has called us to do and be. And as we continue to do this, literally, we keep generating good karma, which plays out in our lives in the perfect time-space sequence. Because there was something again about timing, loss and loss of timing, favor over across all time and space. Like I said, when everything is always working out for you, maybe you don't always know how or when, but just know that things are always working out for you. And if it doesn't look like it immediately, then always eventually things work out in your favor across all time and space. That is the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. And I've been tapping into this energy quite a lot because it's associated with the energy of Ezekiel. So Prophet Ezekiel is very much connected to the energy of Daniel. So if you know about Daniel and the lion, apparently they were living in the exact same time in human history. Both of them were prophets, you know, both of them were sent by God, but both of them had slightly different missions. Specifically with Ezekiel, he had visions of the 4 guardians of the 4 corners. So the guardians of the 4 corners is visualized in tarot on the Wheel of Fortune as well as on the World card energy. It's fixed sign, it's fixed energies. It means in every single direction across all time and space, you are fully protected. You've got Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, as well as Archangel Raphael working for you. So what does each archangel do? Uriel is there. Wait, let's start with communication, which is Gabriel. Gabriel is blessing your communication, the good news that you need, the way that you're thinking, the way that you're processing, such that the ideas, epiphanies, and realizations that you get from who you get it from, it's clean, it's high vibrational, or you're able to clean it, removing whatever it is that is not aligned with you, and then taking what is, working your magic quite literally to align with what it is that God is quite literally calling you to do. Communication for me is also the energy of hearing God's spirit, being moved by God's spirit, being inspired by God's spirit through your intuition across all time and space. Then finally, we have the energy of Archangel Michael, my favorite angel, who's all about divine protection, who's coming through really strong in this reading as a whole. And then obviously, if you have someone like Jesus and you're like, I only pray to Jesus, I'm not working with angels, Jesus is connected to all of these angels. Jesus is connected to the heavenly kingdom. And so you don't have to necessarily worry like, oh my gosh, that means like I need to work with, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael. When you literally have Jesus, you have all of them as a whole. But obviously, you can also work directly with these angels as well. And if you have been, this is further confirmation for you. But I'm definitely seeing that as well. Because every time I see this Temperance card, not only is it a confirmation of an angel working on your favor, at least one, your guardian angel being the first and foremost, but also the energy quite literally of being blessed with ascended masters. So people like Christ come through in that energy, for me at least. And then when I look at that, again, I'm talking about Prophet Ezekiel. Those are ascended masters. Those are any people placed in the situation, like any people, connected to the energy of Christ. Anyone with Christ consciousness activated within them, which is another fancy way of just saying, as long as you've got the Holy Spirit guiding you active in your life, that is that energy that is coming through here for us. Then finally, we have, like I said, Archangel Raphael, who again is a healer, which is why I'm saying, like, if you're working just with Christ, you don't necessarily need to call on the angel Raphael, but you can. You can work with saints if you're open to it. It depends on your path, what you're called to, what you're inspired to. So take it out, resonates. But again, we have that energy of Raphael, which brings in healing in multiple areas of our life, in all areas of our life. Specifically, finances and relationships came through here, which is pretty much everything, right? But sometimes like we need healing in a spiritual sense. Like we need healing over our aura. We need healing over our Akashic records. You want to clear cancer and release all of that. So definitely, we've got Angel Raphael, and then we've got Uriel. I always forget what he is all about. I feel so bad. But he comes through as well with the flaming sword as well. So maybe you've been working with Archangel Uriel as well. Otherwise, like I said, it's just confirmation of there's something about visions. That's what I was trying to get to when I saw this energy of Ezekiel. So Prophet Ezekiel is coming through quite strong, where it's all about like visions. You might be a visionary. You might be getting certain visions. You might have psychic gifts being activated at this time, which is again what I was saying about like this energy of spiritual healing sometimes, where it's like now you're activated, you're elevated to quite literally receive visions or clairaudience or claircognizance or whatever the case may be. But there's something about like your visions, also your perspective, divine perspective, that you have divine perspective over your life is coming through when I look at this combination of cards. So very nice energy coming through. I just want to see, is this all that spirit wants me to communicate? Because it is starting to get a little cyclical, and when it gets a little cyclical, that's when I know, okay, we're kind of towards the end of our reading. And then I'll answer, I think maybe 2 questions. I'll see how much time we have left, because it's almost 10 o'clock. But yeah, let's find out, angels of pure light, show us what we need to know. Yeah, we're breaking the chains, ancestral patterns, healing or rewriting the future. Okay, interesting. So whatever this is, it's definitely going to be something new, perhaps for your lineage, for your generation, for your bloodline, this increase, this overflow. Maybe it's these healthy new relationships. So you're kind of breaking some kind of chain across all time and space. Let's find out a little bit more. Oh, sorry, I'm struggling to find this. Oh, I'm seeing Lemuria, which also came through as well. Look, it says, Lemuria moves one of Earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on Earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us. and the sun know better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Perhaps you're part of the transition team who are at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. Guys, heaven on earth, whatever that looks like for you, is closer than you think. And your devotion is seen. Your desire, your devotion to create this kind of harmony on the planet for yourself, for your community. It says, yeah, you may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. Again, it's coming through in the reading. That's that Joshua verse from the book of the Bible, from the book of Joshua. It says, there are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes for this ancient lost land, and even Lemurian crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Very gorgeous energy coming through. Let's find out a little bit more about breaking the chains. There we go. You are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal life. Healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. Guys, have you read the Bible? They speak about this. So the reason I always say, like I said, when I saw this card, I started speaking about spiritual integrity, that what you think, what you say, and what you do in your heart, as well as like in your life as a whole, is aligned with your virtues, your values, and with God, right? That is so important, because in the Bible, they literally speak about this idea of like 7 generations back, that when we sin, we have or curses as a whole, have the ability to quite literally affect at least 7 generations. Like it gets passed down again and again and again until someone breaks free from it, or until that curse runs out. But sometimes it lasts literally 7 generations. So honestly, that's what's coming through here. That's this kind of healing, this kind of breakthrough, this kind of harmony within the communities, families, workplaces, within yourself, whatever it is that you're doing under this powerful energy during this time in human history, in your body, in this way, is literally aligned with you breaking free from huge curses or sins of the past. And that's what I was saying, this energy of like literally see yourself as someone who's on a brand new clean slate. If indeed God has come through, like that's the energy of Easter, right? Like the sin has been paid, the debt is cleared. Let's make sure that moving forward, we're only generating good energy, good karma, good vibes. Because in the same way that it's talking about how sins get carried 7 generations over, the truth is light is way more powerful, light is way more active. And in the same Bible, they talk about how blessings stay for generations across many lifetimes. And it's like centuries upon centuries. I think it's like across all time and space. Like that energy again of like in the book of Joshua is when they say, in my house we serve the Lord. I don't know about you guys, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's just that energy again of like, I don't know about what the rest of y'all are gonna be doing, but like in my house, in my home, we serve the Lord. That is the energy that's coming through in this reading. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but like, let me allow the book to explain it a whole lot better than I am. It says, we carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often, they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. Honestly, what I'm getting from this reading is more so that we've done this work, or we are in the last few degrees of doing this work. And so why it's interesting is that it says energy is freed up, which is exactly what I say every time people speak about being a generational curse breaker. The truth is, what you actually are is a generational blessings activator, because we don't only inherit trauma and like these curses, we inherit blessings, good things, good vibes, good energy, happy memories as well. But that energy that is negative is so dense, it's so dark, it's so heavy that until we clear it, we free it up, the energy gets freed up, and then suddenly those blessings that were there all along, how to build healthy, beautiful, wonderful, finances, yes, but I wanted to say communities in the form of like happy, healthy communities that are thriving within our families, within our